Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Work with Joanna. Joanna had an agreement with a friend of hers that they would check in together and wants him to take time and call and take the initiative. And as he hasn't responded, even though you'll hear here he actually has, she sees him as selfish, caught up in his own world, lazy, annoying. She sees him as a coward. It sounds terrible. She is so sweet, this Joanna, and you will love her. She's so kind and dear. So enjoy it for yourself. Check in, see what you think. Let's do the work. Good morning, dears. Welcome to The Work. The Work. 4 questions that can support you to identify the cause of all your suffering and how to end it. Those of you new to The Work today, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Melanie, honey, you have a question?
Hello, Katie.
Hello, Melanie.
My question is, I sometimes spend longer, but I only spend about half an hour doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm still answering all the questions properly, but is that enough time?
Just keep it slow. This is an exercise in stillness. It's a meditative process. So you're anchoring in and meditating in a situation. And sweetie, you could break one worksheet up into 3 days. Maybe, take your time, go deep.
Yeah.
Get what you came for. You're the only one that can give you what you're looking for. The absence of suffering and a way to have an amazing, fearless life. And fearless is doing what you know to do when it's right in you. But fear prevents us from being that even straightforward with ourselves, that kind of integrity, our own, just sitting alone in self-inquiry. It truly is an exercise in stillness, but no rush for those worksheets, honey. So from where I sit, you're really doing well.
Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm. I'm reading your book. I've started reading your book. I Need Your Love. Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
And I realise where I've been seeking approval from my dad and interrupting people when they speak to finish their sentences. To say, in my head, it's like, I'll be clever and I'll finish it for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the ego, like it knows better, or you're impatient, or your dad was impatient. Where I am with that. If someone interrupts me, I'm good with it. What they have to say could be much more of a gifting than anything I would have to say. But first and foremost, I'm a student. So if someone interrupts me, my mind is open to learn and grow out of what they may be saying that I could use. But that would be to consider that what they have to say could be more than what I was about to say, more valuable than what I had to say. So always the student. No one in this world can do wrong when we consider what's motivating them, all of us. It's what we're thinking and believing that is the cause of all suffering. So how can I expect others to understand that when the ego's in charge, that I know mind? And honey, I don't even know if I've helped you whatsoever, understood what you were saying, really.
Yeah, you've helped me. I think the main thing is I need to take time with the work.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh.
I can pause. I can take time with the thought about thinking about where I am when I feel the thought, how I feel when I feel the thought. But I don't take enough time on the rest of it.
Yeah. How do I react? What happens emotionally in my mind's eye? Those images of past, future when I believe the thought. To get really still in that and watch the ego at work, and you're witnessing the cause of all suffering. And that's not a little thing, because we can't change what we're unaware of. This I'm right. Let's say I believe I'm right, but it doesn't mean that something that someone else is sharing isn't going to benefit me in some way if I just stop and listen, because I have what I have, but what do they have that maybe I'm missing? And also, if you want a great gift, let other people be right.
Yeah. I have a hard time with that sometimes.
Yeah. This identity is, I'm the one that knows. That's what I love about self-inquiry. It goes up against, I'm the one that knows. That question, is it true? Oh my gosh, it can just open years, decades for some of us of believing something that absolutely affected our lives and just isn't true. And even if it is true, how do I react in that situation when I believe the thought? Now I'm stepping into territory where what I was thinking and believing was the cause of my suffering. No other human being does this to me. They're here to enlighten me, to interrupt me, to prove me wrong, because, this state of don't know really has grown me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melanie. Good to see you, sweetie. Good to see you. Okay, Joanna, honey, you have a Judge Your Neighbor worksheet. Those of you new to the work today, a Judge Your Neighbor worksheet. It's on thework.com. No charge for it, ever. You can just download it. You don't have to leave your name, your phone, nothing. You just download it. It's yours. Okay, and there's 6 questions on that Judge Your Neighbor worksheet as you anchor in a time and place. So, Joanna, what is number 1, honey?
Hello. So number 1, I wrote, I am disappointed with and hurt by Russ because he never reached out to me after our last conversation.
Oh, and the situation. Where are you when this is running through you, even though it was often maybe?
Mm-hmm. The situation that comes to my mind is actually the last time we talked. So I'm sitting at the table and I just listened to a voice note of his. And he suggested we should, actually have a phone call sometime. And then I think I responded and was like, yeah, one of us can, reach out. And then it's just been a while and I haven't really, he's never called and I haven't called as well, but it has lingered.
Yeah. So he never reached out to you after your last conversation. Can you really know that it's true that he has not reached out to you after your last conversation?
No.
Well, what did you see, honey?
He has made contact in another way, just not in the way I was expecting or hoping. Oh. Yeah, I think I've done a worksheet on him before, which was so helpful. And I really appreciate this person. I respect him a lot and care about him. But I think this work is like quite a bit deeper and it connects to my connections with men and romance in the past. So there's a lot of past stuff that comes up and attachment stuff around being wanted and pursued. And so when those little moments, like I'm very aware of it, that when those feelings come up, I can see where it's coming from. I just find it came up again after my last worksheet. So I was like, oh, there's more here.
Yeah. So you're noticing a pattern.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So in that situation where you're believing that he never reached out to you after your last conversation,
Yeah.
how do you react? What happens?
I feel protective. I feel angry. I feel like I want to distance myself.
Now notice those images that go with it.
Yeah.
Those images that were going on as you were just describing how you reacted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like images of even me with my brothers when I was a kid and other romantic partners, and the sense of like
The ego starts going back why you're not worthy, why you're unlovable, why you're not pretty enough, old enough, young enough. Just
yeah.
the ego just your self-esteem just drops. Notice how that affects your life and the things you want to say and the things you want to do when you're in relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. It's restricting.
Yeah, we become a facade of ourselves, pretending to care maybe when we don't, or laugh a little too hard, when it's not that funny.
I notice for myself, it's really easy to leave me for another person. And the fear of like abandonment. I'm really adaptable. I've been noticing this a lot, actually, especially since starting your work. It's been very liberating. And it's like increased my awareness just in how I go about the world and how often I don't even say what I need or want, or how scary that feels to me.
Oh, well, yeah. He never reached out to me after our last conversation. You queried, is it true? And saw that he did reach out to you after your last conversation. What did that look like?
Yeah, it was him giving a really commenting on something that I was doing in my life, but it was like not an invitation, or it just felt like small to me. Or he's, liked something on my Instagram, or, nothing that has felt how I would want, like hey, how are you? I want to know about your life. Oh, we said we were going to talk. And
He did show up. He did show up. Let's look at it. He didn't reach out to me. He never reached out to me after our last conversation. He did show up. And I never reached out to him. Read it turned around that way.
Totally. I never reached out to him. And I think
after his last conversation, he showed up.
Yeah, he did.
But you wanted this big thing, and so that's all about you, not him. When he does show up in this small way, which is not so small, he showed up.
Yeah,
It's just not enough for your ego. It should be more.
Yeah. Well, and I have these moments where I have that perspective, where recently I was walking and I just realized, oh my gosh, he does care for me. And I could like soak it up. And I realized, oh, it's only my expectations around it that is disappointing me in how that looks. But I actually don't doubt that he cares for me. It's just not in the way I like or want.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
He never reached out to me after our last conversation. Try this turnaround on. I never reached out to me after his last conversation.
Yeah.
You could query, why isn't that enough for you? He did show up.
Mm-hmm.
Not as the ego would have it be, like this special
Mm-hmm.
him, the way you wanted him to be.
Yeah. It's old stories of not feeling like I'm not a priority to someone.
Okay, and when you look at this, how could you be? You didn't show up.
Yeah.
And from where I sit, you had a lot to share.
Yeah. I do. Mm-hmm.
Which makes you really worth showing up for. Not always the way that your ego would imagine that connection to be, but
Yeah.
oh, honey, I use a term, it's like literal listening to myself and others. And that way I can hear what people say.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a people too. I can hear my thoughts.
Yeah.
I can hear what people say as opposed to hearing what I want them to say and they didn't.
Yeah.
So you see how loud that head is?
It's so loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it actually feels more relieving, that concept of just being and accepting what is there and really listening to what is there. I've been practicing that in ways.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. And it's like also old stuff that I'm like so aware of it, but it's so easy to get caught up in it again.
Well, it's really good to get caught up in something that gives you your next worksheet here in Earth School.
Yeah. Totally.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Finding freedom that we already have.
Yeah.
And this is such an example of that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm sitting, where is it that I don't reach out for people?
Yeah.
Or where is it I don't reach out to people after our last conversation? Now, maybe that's okay with me, but maybe when I want something from them, it's not okay with me. I didn't.
Yeah.
So watching the ego work there. Like, am I talking to people to get something back?
Mm-hmm.
Or am I really interested when I connect?
Mm-hmm.
You see the difference? One is like using people, and the other is really connected, whether they show up again or not.
Yeah, you just saying that, I'm like, of course. There's so many moments that I probably, do disappoint people or know that I think I often hold myself to a certain standard with communication where I try to, get back to people and acknowledge what people say, but I don't always do that. And I've given myself more room to also not feel like I have to do that.
Yeah, which is true. You don't have to, but what you're talking about now is knowing the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's look at two in that situation where you're disappointed. What do you want him to think, say, feel, or do?
I want Russ to take time to call me. I want him to take initiative and check in on me and answer my last question. I want him to prioritize me in doing what he said we should do.
Okay. So in the interest of time,
Yeah.
turn the whole thing around and feel it, experience it. To get what I want from him, I want me to, and read it just the way you wrote it.
I want me to take time to call Russ. I want me to take initiative and check in on him and ask him again my last question. I want me to prioritize him in doing what we said we should do. Yeah.
God, that just, boy, from where I sit, that's so powerful. And then we find out, well, maybe I didn't really want it from him that badly. But now I have the option. Maybe I do.
Yeah.
But it is, if other people won't give me what I want, I'm a people. Am I giving me what I want?
Mm-hmm.
And am I giving them what they want? Doesn't mean I have to.
Mm-hmm.
But to be self-aware.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now get in touch with yourself. Put you on all of it. I want me.
I want me to take time to call me
about that situation where you're thinking he didn't reach out, but he did in his way.
Yeah. I want me to take initiative and check in on me and answer my questions. I want me to prioritize me in doing what I said I should do.
And also prioritize me and do what we said we should do.
Yeah.
It still gives you all the power.
Mm-hmm.
Now think of him. Is that really what you want?
No. I think.
So he's way ahead of you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this was a bit of a beautiful, well, it was a beautiful fling. He lives in a different place. We've had really honest conversations where he's expressed where he is and his capacity. And I heard that. And yet I think still want something and am looking for something from him that he can't really give me.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Well, so that's not being very fair to yourself when you look at that.
Mm-hmm. Or to him.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's very enlightening and compassionate.
Yeah. Because I think the idea of calling him, I think there's a part of me that's afraid of more stuff coming up that I have to work through, or like having kind of these expectations of how it's going to be when I call him, and is it still going to feel distant? And so in that way, it's like I kind of don't.
Can you hear the dependency there? And he's not even a participant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in some way.
Yeah, that's very true.
And so who is it letting you down, him or you?
Me. That's hard.
Yeah, but good to know. And it's not always, honey. It's just sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm becoming a better friend to myself a lot these days. So,
well, that's a big deal.
it is.
Because you could marry someone that's the love of your life, and it's without what you're talking about now, it's not going to be enough.
Mm-hmm.
You are the love of your life.
I had that thought recently, which was because all my life, I think this is a worksheet too, all my life, I've longed for partnership and like romance. And I just love that space. And it's something I'm still working out, but I had the thought, like, what if my whole life is to discover how wonderful I am? And that's kind of hard, but liberating or like exhilarating too. Just that thought of like, Yeah. I think it feels like I'm maybe giving something up by even having that thought, or it might mean that I won't ever have this thing that I want. I think my body goes to that fear place, but it's also like such a wonderful thought that I am wonderful enough and I do see this, like I have these glimpses of myself where I'm like, oh, I'm so amazing. Like I think I have so much love that it scares me a little bit. And I also don't know. I don't even fully have the capacity to hold it yet sometimes.
Oh, sweetie, that's the ultimate fear, the fear of love. It's
Yeah.
terror to the ego.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really scared of it, I think.
The only thing that comes to my mind is let it kill you.
Yeah. What does that mean? Well,
To sit and imagine yourself, you wanted him to take you to dinner and talk about it. And he's not going there. I want me to call me.
yeah.
And imagine yourself in a restaurant where maybe only couples go. It doesn't matter. But an amazing restaurant. Want me to call me, take the initiative to check in on me, to see if I really want to go. If I'm going alone, who wants that? No. To take the initiative. Answer your question. You want to go do those things that you want him to go with you to do, or anyone else. And to prioritize yourself and to do what you said that the two of you would do.
Yeah.
Go have an amazing time. It gives opportunity to actually taste the food rather than, I wonder what he'll think if I say this or I do that, or I wonder how he likes what I'm wearing. I mean, just to see what it's like to be on a date with you without worried about what other people are thinking about it, and just can bring up a lot of worksheets too.
Totally. Yeah. And I think that's been something I've been playing with a lot. I haven't done a worksheet on it yet, but that what if I'm alone?
Oh,
My life, that.
experience as I was talking, I was definitely thrilled. I've done that, I'm years of agoraphobia, and so this is an exercise that a turnaround, that living these turnarounds. It's a turnaround that gave me a life independent enough to meet you today.
Yeah.
And I love me for that. It's not always easy.
Yeah.
And try this on. I don't want him to call me.
Yeah.
Ponder it.
I don't want him to call me. Also, that thing of I don't want someone to do what they don't want to do.
Yeah, I don't want him to call me.
Yeah, I don't.
But you can call him and letting him know you saw what he posted or whatever that was and that it was meaningful to you. But I want me to take the initiative.
I think there's lots of ways a bit of a story that goes on in my head a lot is that I'm quite an initiative, someone who takes a lot of initiative, which I think leaves me blind to the areas that I don't take initiative. And I sometimes will not, because I'm like, someone else needs to take a turn and take initiative with me. And so I have a little bit of a scale or something that I do with my relationships that I notice comes out a lot.
You could experience both depending on the situation and the person.
Yeah.
Like to allow someone else to take the initiative and in that situation. And you did, and he did. He checked in his own way.
That's good. Yeah. Just not in the way I was hoping.
Well,
Yeah.
there's an equality there. You didn't, and he did.
Yeah.
And you have the freedom to check in with yourself and not wait for him, whoever that him may be in any given situation.
Mm-hmm. It's more freeing.
Oh, freedom, freedom, freedom. So let's look at 3 in that situation to get what you want. And number 2, what advice would you offer him?
Russ should know that his lack of action affects me and hurts. He should do what he says or suggests and honor the relationship we created.
He should know that his lack of action hurts you. So consider it. You believed it. You had the thought anyway.
Mm.
He should know that his lack of action hurts you. We're not talking about anyone else. We're talking about him. Is it true that he should know this?
No.
I just find that so powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, because how would he know?
And people have lives.
Yes. And I haven't said anything.
Wow.
Yeah. I've actually, it makes me reflect on how much I often give people permission. I'm not always honest about my experience. Because I've noticed this as I've been really interested in deepening my communication skills and giving people room and trying to see other people's points of view. I sometimes actually come out of integrity with myself because I'm jumping to that, trying to be good at that. And then I lose sight of actually being honest about oh, that didn't feel really great when this happened,
Yeah, well, you're an experimenter and you're trying it all on, and good on you. And you're learning a lot, obviously, from that here in our school.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
He should do what he says. So did he say he'd get back to you? He should do what he says. Did you ask him to? Did he respond clearly in the affirmative with a yes? He should do what he says. Is it true?
No. Because when I think about what he said, it was, oh, we should actually have a call sometime. He included the both of us in that. So it wasn't, I will call you sometime. It was a suggestion.
It could be that he's waiting for your call just like you were waiting for his.
Yeah. I've thought of that. What is his experience and how he's reading my energy? And maybe he's even sensing energetically me pulling away or waiting or.
And he didn't say he would do that. He said we, as I understood you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And lucky him, you did. He may have been just kind of fishing out there. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, and my response to that was me also saying, yeah, either one of us should reach out. It wasn't a direct, I will reach out.
Wow.
So we both left it kind of in no man.
The fear of rejection is could be running here. If you take the first step, he may reject you, or wonder why you called when in your head, was some kind of agreement that one of you should. So just the way I understood it was, oops. And I'm glad I called you. If it's true. He should honor the relationship that the two of you created. He should honor the relationship, the two of you. You have the word we here. So was it we that created it, or was it, in other words, the two of you, or did you create that?
That one comes up as as a yes. it feels like we both created something.
It feels that way. And
Yeah.
in this situation, did he or did you, or was it the two of you? Did he even agree?
Yeah. Yeah, because my idea of what it is could be different than his idea of what it is.
So you came up with the whole thing, is that correct?
I suppose so, yeah. Yeah, and how I navigated what this relationship is.
Let's move to 4 and look at to be happy in that situation.
Yeah.
You wanted him to reach out to you after your last conversation. What do you need him to think, say, feel, or do? What do you need to be happy? What do you need him to think, say, feel, or do?
I need Russ to think of me and be kind. I need him to take the time to see me.
Good.
Yeah. I need me to think of Russ and be kind. And I need me to take the time to see him.
And you are seeing him much more clearly than originally.
Yeah. And I need me to see me and be kind. I need me to take the time to see me.
In that situation. And it seems from here you're seeing you much more clearly than when you wrote the worksheet.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard me say something like this, but, walking down the street when this work found me and I wanted someone to hold me, I would just ask. No one ever told me no.
Yeah.
They could have, but I was just being authentic. I wasn't experimenting. It was, I really thought, it could be 100 people that turned me down. Do I still want that? Do I still want that to be held? And then I noticed, oh, not him, not her, not them, how the ego looks for safety. No. Do I want to be held? I come from an extreme state of mind in those early days of the work finding me. But I have a lot to report from that situation, especially as we look for to be happy. I need him to think of me. I mean, the ego's even trying to control someone else's thinking. Which is a big tell. If I just wear the right thing, I do the right thing, I say the right thing, I'm kind enough, I'm pretty enough, I'm smart enough, then he'll think of me. I mean, even if it's all of us, even if it's just a little tiny bit, just to be awake to oneself, not right or wrong. And it doesn't mean you're going to change behavior, but self-awareness.
Yeah.
And to be happy, I need me to be kind. So go ahead and read the rest.
Yeah. I need me to think of me and be kind. And I need me to take the time to see me.
In relationship to him in that event.
Yeah.
Always stay anchored in that situation. It was you posed this. And I'm not hearing he had agreement.
No.
And yet he did. He showed up. Not very personal in it, but he did. To be happy, I need me to think of him in that situation. How much of it did you dream or take for granted? How much was really said? Who said it? I need me to think of him.
It's so easy to make what someone's need is about you. Like, especially when I've had, say, something really special with someone, the question that comes up for me is, oh, why don't they want me anymore?
That might not be their idea of special. It could be their idea of terror. Like, oh, that's asking too much of me.
Yeah, totally. Oh, it's funny.
You're a powerful woman.
Yeah.
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 You take that kind of power to that kind of kindness that is so visible in you. Ooh, we need it. We need it. We need examples of that in this world. And if we're not courageous enough to walk that, are you?
Mm.
To be happy, I need me. To think of me. And to be kind when I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that a word for that kind of kind would be, very mindful.
Mm-hmm.
I need me to think of me and to think of me kindly and to think of him kindly. Mm-hmm. And to me, that just means with an open mind for both of you. What was said? What part did you assume? Mm-hmm. Or want, which is close to an assumption, but it takes it a little further away from your heart.
Yeah, it does. That's a good way of putting it. Takes you away from your heart. To get caught up kind of in the dreamy fantasizing.
The old he done me wrong song.
Yeah.
And he had so little to do with it so far, it seems.
Yeah. He's actually, the last worksheet I did on him, I had a massive revelation in where I flipped it and saw how he actually was caring for me and not taking advantage of me. And I was able to see how I was actually doing that or taking advantage of him and not thinking of his needs. And so it's like, yeah, I can see that. And then there's this detangling of this kind of history of men and my stories around it that will maybe take a few worksheets to.
And where you mentioned taking advantage of him.
Yeah.
Even when you don't in reality, and in your reality, your alone reality.
Yes.
That is taking advantage of you and the way you see your power at other people not even know what's going on necessarily. They're players in your head, but
yeah.
That's not them.
Yeah. Oh, that's so helpful. That's not them. Yeah.
That's not him. This is your play.
Yeah.
And he's losing in it, and he's not even a participant, and you're losing in it, and you're not even a participant.
Yeah. I like that. That's a helpful, that turnaround of taking advantage, but in my own mind.
Yeah. To be happy, I need me to take the time to see me and to see him in that situation. And from where I sit, you're doing very well at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could walk through the house and just storm through the house with an attitude and think, for example, Stephen knows why. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know that he does or not. What I do know is or should know is what's going on in my head in regards to him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a totally innocent man.
Yeah.
And when I look to myself in a situation like that, I am tranced,
Uh-huh.
egoized. tranced. And when we're like that, we hurt other people. Mm-hmm. We hurt ourselves first. Mm-hmm. I love your worksheet. It really is about the trance. Yeah. So little about him. Mm-hmm. And how it affects you, this trance, mm-hmm. the situation.
And I noticed it with like other people, or especially men. It kind of like brings me a little bit of a pain every time I see their name, or it's like, it's that same feeling. And it's a trance. And it's like, I actually, that's nothing of what they've said. Yeah. And I've read this, I've perceived this and created this pain for myself. And I see that it's like continuing to make that a reality, or just, it's like I have these glimpses and I'm like, oh, there it is. Mm-hmm. And it goes away again. And then
boy, those of you that don't sit in your worksheets, you're certainly missing the show. What shows up is the cause of all suffering, and a worksheet, as we sit in it together, Joanna, it's like how to end it, how to wake up to reality, our own.
Yeah.
And how little this man has to do with your worksheet.
Which I kind of knew in writing it too. I was like, this is, Russ could be anyone. Like, this could be another man. This is connected. This is all my.
And I'm so glad you bring that up, because, we can do these worksheets. Oh, this is just trivia. Just do this little thing. Okay, worksheet a day. Okay, little thing, blow your head off.
Yeah.
Just these, we wait for the big thing to move on a worksheet, all of you. Oh, that's little bitty things are not so little when you see how old they are and how they've affected your life, and how they keep you from life. So for me to be happy in that situation, I need me.
I need me to think of me and be kind.
Yes, so take a moment. Me to think of me and be kind to him and me. And we're talking about a state of mind and how that might play out in the world. And for me to be happy, I need me to take the time to see me, which you're doing beautifully.
Yeah, it's really, there's a sweetness to it. In like, I see a lot of times I picture myself as a child.
Yeah.
And I see this like little girl, and it's like, of course I felt that or wanted that. Compassionate that.
Compassion, exactly.
Yeah.
The innocent.
Yeah.
No one would harm another human being if they weren't asleep. And you can say something that's valid and true and sweet, and someone might just see that as horrifically unkind. Yeah, we can't help how other people hear, but we can be good listeners to ourselves and to others. Keep our minds open.
Yeah.
To be happy, I don't need him to.
I don't need Russ to think of me and be kind. I don't need him to take the time to see me in that situation. Yeah. That's true.
I was going to say, would you rather be kind or honest? And then I had the thought, honest is kind. We don't always hear it that way.
Yes.
way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time at homewithmecade.com. Let's do the work.